Hello and welcome to Wingin It. And you join us again here for another tournament game of Wingspan, and we're here in a brand new tournament. We're starting off our first game here in the Tawny Eagle Throwdown. So this is going to be a league style tournament. We are in one of 4 leagues. We're going to be playing 9 games and trying to get as many wins as possible and finish high in the league so we can get through into the next round, which is going to be knockouts. And we'll see if we can get that far. So we have got our first game here. We are going first in this one, so we're going to jump in and we're going to see what we've got in our starting hand. Okay. Got some interesting options here. I mean, I was immediately looking at this penguin. That's always a fun one. Bit of a renegade bird, that. But maybe something a little bit more simple in the mallard could be the better option here. Obviously, you want that early card access, that card draw, really. But that said, I mean, we do have potentially some end of round goals where this star nest could come in handy. So we'll see. Maybe is the bonus card going to make a difference? I mean, possibly, because site selection expert. It's not really my favourite bonus card in the world, but with that star nest, definitely helps that. And we don't really have any forest birds. I mean, I don't think this blackbird's really something we'll look at. We'll take a look at the tray. Okay, well, we do have a gnatcatcher. Wow, it's like Food War Expert Paradise in the tray, so would have been nice to have that bonus card. But that's kind of interesting. I mean, maybe with the Bellsverio as well, we go for the star nests. I mean, certainly, when you got something like this penguin, it's tricky with the extra fish. I think I did see, we do have some nectar in the feeder, so could potentially do something here where we just keep the extra card, throw that, get the 2 nectar, then get the penguin down. And I'd be surprised to see, something like gnatcatcher, baby Bellsbury being picked up super early on. We might be able to get away with, just playing that penguin, as I say, on turn 2, having got a bit of food, and then, maybe we can get the gnatcatcher down, maybe get a bit of food going. And I don't know, I think we could potentially go for site selection here. I think certainly I could see a world in which we get at least 1 column and you get the 3 points, and you've done most of the work that you would have done for Forrester anyway, and potentially more points there. So I think that sounds good to me. I'm not really too interested. I think Starling, Rybill, maybe those are kind of options you look at later in the game, but or when you've got a bit more food, but not here. So I think we'll lock that in, and like I say, do a little bit of gambling with this penguin maybe, but if this is running hot, we could be on for a good game here. And alright, on to our first turn here. Opponent just keeping the 1 bird, so maybe not not a great starting hand there. We'll be interested to see. Not keeping fish, so maybe it's not a wetland bird. We'll see. I mean, I don't think it's going to change too much what we do, but it may well mean they might fancy that gnatcatcher a little bit more, again, as just that first forest bird. So we'll wait and see, but I think I'm happy enough to get this penguin down. And I think what we'll do is we'll spend the fish and 2 nectar. We'll keep 1 nectar, just that flexibility. I think probably not too likely that I'd want to spend more fish this round, but certainly more nectar. Get some things going. I mean, maybe this first end of round goal is always a bit of a tricky one. Keeps on a play bird. I mean, you want to be playing birds early, but just depends really what you can find. If it's cheap, if it's affordable. There we go. The 2 birds I wanted are gone. So that's a bit of a shame. Not quite what we were hoping for, but we will truck on and get this penguin down. So I'd say we'll see what we can pull off here. But more white and no power birds coming, more food birds in the welcome swallow. As I say, definitely would have been nice. Maybe my opponent's got that bonus card, so maybe that's what we're seeing go down here. But we will be doing our digging. So there goes the gnatcatcher, getting that down early. So definitely could be looking at spending some food here. I think I might do, because I was hoping I could keep the nice birds in the tray. So we'll see what we can flip up. Okay, not great stuff there. Another star nest. I mean, to be honest, maybe that fairy wren. Again, with the penguin is a small bird, but chipping sparrow, that'll do very nicely with the eggs in the forest. So I think I will take this fairy wren, because again, another small bird. So could potentially be doing something there. See what this penguin's going to do. Right, lots of lots of very nice birds. We don't like those, but I'll take the fish. I'll take the point. Absolutely there. So yeah, not a bad turn there. That's, I think, worked out pretty well here. Chipping sparrow, yeah, absolutely game-changing bird. And potentially put the fairy wren in the grasslands, and then we've got our first column done on site selection. Got a couple of star nests down. So these end of round goals, very base game feel to these, but we could definitely be targeting these, getting some points, and yeah, going quite aggressive there. So right, let's think about this. So if we were potentially to get to 4 played birds, it would have to be chipping sparrow, fairy wren. To play both of those, we need to play another one. We have a turn taking food somewhere in there. I think it would be possible, but we'd need to find another cheap bird. So I think, given that I've not got a whole lot else to be doing this round, I think I will draw cards again, but I won't spend the food this time because, okay, spoonbill, very nice. We would need something cheap. Okay, I mean, I suppose that's as cheap as it gets, but maybe not something too interesting. Okay, more nice birds potentially gone there, but again, penguin is doing its job. I think you take 1 fish each time, so if it can continue doing that, I will certainly be very, very happy. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, who knows? Maybe if a predator power is going to come out, maybe you want to go for the turkey vulture. Oh, indeed it does. Wedge-tailed eagle. So okay, that is definitely interesting. I don't think I want to put it down straight away because I want to be, as I say, saving that first column for the site selection. But yeah, it could be an interesting option. I think what we'll do is we'll take food. It's kind of an annoying time to take food with no nectar, but we'll take food. Play the fairy wren and we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Is this worth playing, even just for the few extra points on the end of round goal? I'd probably lean towards no. So I think probably what we would do is just take more food anyway, and yeah, let's get some of these birds down, as I say. Spoonbill, going to be a nice one to see another bonus card. So yeah, maybe no surprise to see the tray being reset over here as well, and not quite such good options coming up. So I think we've got to be ready to maybe react to if something good does come up, but yeah, as it stands, not the case. So let's take some food. Let's start getting, as I say, these eggs down for these upcoming end of round goals, so we can, yeah, definitely do something interesting there. I mean, see, wedge-tailed eagle's a nice one for that second one, but we're in a decent spot. Chipping sparrow is really, really powerful here for us, so that's going to do some good work. But okay, you're taking food, so yeah, a couple of nectar. So we're going to see something go down. I think we're just going to take the tie on this end of our goal, to be honest. So let's take food again, see if we get some nectar. Okay, we do indeed. And yeah, I think we'll play the fairy wren, and we'll wait and see. We'll go into next round, get ready to draw some more cards, maybe keep spending the food. But otherwise, I think, yeah, we're just kind of looking for nice big point birds, looking for good engine options. We've got some nice, yeah, birds down already in the forest and in the wetlands. So if we can build a bit of an engine around that, it's a bit of an air sando. So we're kind of going in the forest and in the wetlands, hoping to get some points, get some resources, get some birds down, as I say, and go from there. So okay, those are the kind of birds I guess we would have been looking for. Very, very nice options coming up. Yeah, Benelli's eagle kind of goes without saying. But that's interesting. So maybe, I don't know, are we gonna see something go down? Because going and drawing, luckily nothing I really want is coming up. But yeah, we'll just go ahead. I think get our fairy wren down. I think, yeah, just get that down. Really, I mean, maybe I could play the spoonbill. Do I want to play the spoonbill first and spend some eggs on seeing more cards? I'm not sure I do. I think actually it's kind of an interesting point at this stage of the game where I'd almost rather keep this option of discarding food, reset the tray. I think when you're not seeing as many cards, I think that's almost more powerful than having this option of discarding the eggs. So I think, yeah, I'd like to keep that open. going into next round, because yeah, if the tray's bad, I'd rather spend a food, reset it, see those 3 cards, rather than spend an egg, which, you know, eggs at the moment are more precious than food for me, so I'd rather keep the eggs. And yeah, sometimes, as I say, just seeing those extra cards can be super valuable. I mean, it's helped get me this nice opening with the chipping sparrow, and it's helped my opponent as well, as we saw, getting some nice options come up. So we do tie. I think that's fine on that end of round goal. Oh, black-red start. Okay, very nice. Very nice with the teal power, getting some eggs, so that's going to be strong for my opponent. I think they've got a good start. I mean, you know, we both kind of got quite similar starts, really. Got the brown power, hunting, bird in the wetlands, hopefully getting some points for us both. And then the nice brown power in the forest as well. And yeah, egg axis kind of sorted, so not quite the fantastic trade, although, I mean, Canada Goose, if we're looking for Sando material, that's kind of up there as a good one. So I think we will grab that. See, there we go, penguin again. I mean, again, some nice options. Oriole would have been great. Blackbird as well. Goes without saying, but Osprey with the 1 fish, so it's just ticking along, just doing its job. Ain't much, but it's honest work. Get the fish each time. And yeah, we're doing okay here. We're doing okay. So I think, yeah, definitely a world in which this Canada Goose could be a nice play. So I think what we'll do, yeah, kind of didn't even really consider that Whitbird. I think it's a bit of a tricky one in in just 2-player, where you sort of have to pick the same player each time. But I would kind of like another option to go in the forest in the second spot, because I'm going to have some extra birds, I think, to discard. So I think I'll go once more. Draw cards once more, see what comes up. Ooh, okay, very nice black noddy. So we're definitely getting some good engine building birds, I think, here for the wetlands. So I think what I will do, I will take this Whitbird. And Penguin's going to miss. It's kind of ironic that Noddy's sort of what you want coming through on the Penguin, but I'll take it in the hand here. I think that's not a bad one. So yeah, I think what I can do is I can play the Whitbird and then maybe just take food a little bit, hope for some nectar, hope for some fish, maybe try and get these down, and yeah, use this chipping sparrow as well to help us qualify, help us score some points on this end of round goal, because I think certainly, yeah, there's a world in which we can take food a couple of times here, play the noddy, take food again. And so we're getting 3 birds with that right nest type, and looks like my opponent's kind of trying to do the same here, so Bell's Fury going down. Going heavy for the star nest, so we're kind of battling here. It's a battle of the star nests. We'll see, yeah, how that plays out in this game. But let's take some food. So probably not going to need you. I think, yeah, I think I want to take these as seeds. And just really stock up on seeds. And yeah, we obviously want some nectar, we want some fish, but seeds are points. We can use those on the goose later. And hopefully get some yeah, strong activations in this wetlands, and sort of setting up okay. We're sort of maybe abandoning food, I was going to call it food web expert. That's the dream. Site selection expert, we're sort of abandoning that a little bit in this second column, but it's still the kind of bonus card where, you know, if you can just pick up 1 point for some of these columns, you can still get a decent return. So I'm happy with the 3 I've already got. Anything beyond that, as I say, is a little bit of a bonus. So we'll see how my opponent's going to approach this. Obviously, we know they've got some pretty nice big point birds in hand. But Wedge-tailed Eagle, got to be said at the moment. Definitely not keeping up with Penguins, so hoping not to jinx it. But yeah, we'll cross our fingers, and as long as we can keep ticking along with these fish, I'll be pretty happy. So laying some eggs. Interestingly, putting them on grasses, so maybe we're going to see some birds down in different habitats. I'm sort of slightly worried we're going to see maybe an early Benelli play and try and win this end around, but nothing we can do. We're just going to keep on going and yeah, get some food. So I think what we do here, we can do, could do a fish, could do a nectar. Already taken 2. Maybe take that as a seed. Yeah, because now we can spend the 3. I think that's fine. Spend the 3. Nectar. Give up more seeds. Plop an egg down. Doesn't matter where it's going to go because we're going to spend it. So what we'll do is we'll play the Noddy and we'll see. I mean, if we're in this position where we can sort of react to whatever my opponent wants to do on that last turn. So if we can tie the end of round by taking food, getting the eggs down, I think we do that. I think if not, we'll just play this goose and we'll get ready. We'll go into that next round with the strong Wetlands engine. We've got all these seeds ready to go, so we can just start drawing cards, scoring hopefully lots of points. Yeah, just build something out, build out a nice Wetlands, keep drawing cards, and yeah, hopefully find some more big pointers. As I say, Spoonbill is going to be good. We'll look for some more bonus card birds, look for some more big pointers to play later in the game. And yeah, maybe if we get a good bonus card off this Spoonbill, that could help. Just give us a little bit of direction in this game. But it does kind of depend a bit what my opponent's going to do here. So we'll sort of try and, as I say, just be in a position to react and be ready to try and pick up the pieces if we can. And alright, it's on to our next turn. We've got a tree swallow going down, so I think we did see that picked up earlier. So nice extension in the Wetlands. We know there is a Benelli in here, so we'll see. We'll see if that's going to get forced down or not. But as I say, we're just going to go ahead and stick with our Noddy. So that's just such a good bird in this position. I mean, 9 points, excellent big point, but it's got the brown power as well. And I think you're always happy to see these kind of birds where you're getting points and you're getting brown power as well. So yeah, we're kind of looking for fish. We're looking for fish from the bird feeder and from the deck, which is, yeah, maybe some uncertainty there. But as I say, if we cross our fingers, we hopefully we'll be able to get some good points there. And certainly with this goose going down, yeah, that's going to help us out a lot. And just see cards and score points. I think there's always sort of 2 different ways I think you can build a nice Wetlands. As we saw in the starting hand, go with something like the Mallard, get those sort of brown powers that draw cards, see extra cards. That's always a good Wetlands because you kind of minimise the number of turns that you're drawing cards. But I think equally, getting a Wetlands like this where you're scoring lots of points, you just give yourself that freedom to keep on drawing, because it's the worst thing in a game of Wingspan is where you're drawing and drawing and drawing and you're not finding good stuff and you're not scoring points at the same time. I think in this situation where if I'm scoring, 3 or 4 points each time, I can just keep drawing and eventually you'll find something good the more you draw. But it's just that insurance to be scoring points whilst you're doing so, and obviously having a nice bird like the Spoonbill ready to go. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen here. But as I say, we're just ready to react. And it comes here to our last turn of the round. It's not a Benelli, but it's Common Goldeneye, which is, to be fair, really, really nice in this situation with the cavity nests already down. So, although I think, yeah, we're going to be able to win this end of round now because obviously, yeah, you're not going to be able to lay an egg on the Bell's Vireo with the red star. So only going to get 2 down, so 100% I want to be taking food here. And yeah, getting myself the end of round goal win, so that's definitely a turn up for us. No seeds, which is a little bit annoying, but I think we'll take a rat, because I think probably... actually, no. To be honest, my opponent's probably going to be taking food before me, so let's block the nectar. But we'll give out the seed. And take our free egg from the Chipping Sparrow. So yeah, very nice. And we've got all these seeds ready to go. So yeah, Canada Goose, want to get that down. I mean, we're sort of in a position where I don't want the tray to be too good in round 3, because I want to get this goose down before I'm really drawing aggressively. But yeah, if the tray's good, we'll draw. If not, I'll say we'll play the goose and then go back to drawing. And we could even just keep spending some of this food on resetting the tray. Obviously, once the goose has gone down, we open up this option again, and I do like having that where there's a bit of extra food in the game. So we'll definitely see on that. But yeah, end of round goal win, which I wasn't expecting, but I will certainly take. But lots of eggs to clear out, so this could be interesting to see how that works with the Restart and the Golden Eye. But okay, we've got more food expert birds that are coming up, and there is a part of me that is slightly worried that there is food expert over here, so I don't know if I should read too much into that and block them, or if I just play the goose. I think I just play the goose, and if they have got food expert, then all the power to you. There you go, enjoy 2 very nice birds. I mean, this will definitely be the giveaway, I think, if those 2 are picked up. Or at least if the Warbler is, because that's just such a good option. So, yeah, definitely hoping they don't. Warbler would obviously be nice for me in this spot in column 2 if we're looking for some more site selection points. But, yeah, I think certainly, I mean, you're going to want to get some birds down with the double teal egg layers. I think it's always a bit of a challenge to be clearing out those egg spaces. Need a lot of food, which isn't really there. I mean, I'm sort of helping them a little bit, I think, by giving out these seeds, but they are worth points to me, which is important. So, yeah, got to be ready. And yeah, okay. So, Warbler is gone. Not the wood swallow, but I suppose even more eggs, creating more problems there. But American Coot has come up, which I think is pretty nice. I think there's still time to make that work for us. I'll see what comes up off the top first, K Kookaburra. I don't think you're too interesting, but I don't know. Do we want this Coot? Sort of okay. It's, you know, a point each time I'm drawing, but it's not a big point bird, so we'll just keep going. Maybe off the top, Silver Eye. Again, not massively interesting. Noddy's going to hit. I think we will discard for the tuck. A common penguin. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Sea eagle and frigate bird. Very nice. We will definitely take that. So that was a big turn. That was 6 points. Drawing cards there. So yeah, good stuff. Happy with that. And yeah, I think we just keep on using that. So again, got this end of round god to think about. Maybe something to try and do there, where if we can find another ground nest, we obviously have got the goose to lay on, but we can find something else. I mean, I'm sort of thinking like prairie chicken or some kind of bonus play really is what I'm after. Try and get that down. Maybe like a wild turkey, just a nice big point bird. So we'll see what is going to come up. And yeah, I think it probably is wise to spend the food here and reset the tray. So look like they picked up the crow, which is interesting. I suppose it could put that in the forest. That wouldn't be a terrible play. Clear out some eggs, get some more food. Not a bad idea. Let's spend some food. Let's spend this berry, I think. Resetting the tray. Not a great one, to be honest. So, ooh, okay, collared dove. That could be fun. We have got some extra food here, and a platform nest in that column 2 is helpful. So, yeah, do not mind that at all. Take the points. Noddy keeping on doing its thing. We'll take the point there. Penguin as well. So, yeah, this is working out nicely. Working out very nicely. We're getting lots of these fish-eating birds coming up at the right time for us, which, yeah, is very, very helpful indeed. So, I think what we'll do is we'll take food. We can take food, play the dove, and then take food again, and that is going to get us our 3 eggs down on the ground nest birds. We're going to get this collared dove in the game. We're going to get a bunch of extra food, which we can turn into points, and then, yeah, I mean, we'll kind of see. I think that last round, we've got flexibility. Certainly I'm going to want to play the spoonbill, but even just taking food is a good point-scoring turn now with this dove. As I said, drawing cards is going to be a good point-scoring turn as well. So I could certainly see a world in which, you know, we maybe draw cards once, get a nice bird, take food a couple of times, play those birds, and yeah, any leftover food. We've got this collared dove as well, so definitely got some options here. This is kind of an unusual board that we're sort of building, but I think it's going to work. And yeah, as I say, maybe we're going to need a nice bonus card off this spoonbill, but we're getting lots of tucks, we're getting lots of caches, some more bird points on the way, hopefully. could be setting ourselves up very nicely. But here we go, on to our next turn. Indeed, there we go, called it. Crow in the Forest. I think that's a really good play, so very nice stuff. We are going to go ahead and take food as well. We want this nectar. And we've got some extra cards as well, so we'll definitely be ditching those. As I say, for the extra food, we'll give out some more, because it's worth points to us now for sure. And yeah, I think that this food is going to help my opponent, but certainly now with the crow, I mean, it's a strong forest. Again, kind of like me, you got these extra cards to throw, get the extra food. This crow, clear out the eggs from the problem areas, which I think is going to be this goldeneye is the critical one to clear out and get those spaces back. So yeah, we'll see if another ground nest goes down. Trying to remember what's come up in the tray, if anything. All I can remember is this Benelli's eagle that's sort of hiding away somewhere in here. So that'll go down at some point, probably as late in the game as possible, when you can sort of have certainty on which terrible cards in your hand you're going to tuck under that. So we have to wait and see. It's not going to be a surprise when it comes out. But yeah, we'll just wait and see. I think we've got a good enough plan for our own turns. And on to our next turn here. Opponent taking food. We're going to go ahead and do the same. Hopefully get some nectar on this reroll. We do indeed, so that is good stuff for us. I think just grab as much as that's possible. And certainly I think with this collared dove, we're certainly going to be in a position to just get a bit more nectar, maybe try and target that grasslands nectar habitat. It's pretty close. I mean, we've only spent one in the forest, but we're winning that. Only one in the grasslands, but it's close, and then it's a tie in the wetlands, so we could definitely see some nectar swings here in this end game, and I think always worth paying attention to those, seeing what you can squeeze out there. But yeah, I think for us it's just going to depend how that bird feeder goes. So okay, red cockaded woodpecker's going down. So it's another cavity nest, so goldeneye is going to do really well. We may well see, I guess, if you played a ground nest in the grasslands, you're going to then be able to use the red start there. So that could be a possibility. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, we're just going to play our collared dove, stick that in the grasslands. That's going to be a really, really nice play for us. So yeah, already helping pick up some slight selection points. And we're going to be able to dump some of this spare food, because we're certainly being able to grab a good amount of food here. So yeah, as we sort of go into this last round, as I say, got the spoonbill in mind. I'd probably like one more big point bird, and I can certainly see a world in which we pick that up, we take food, we play those two birds, and we are good to go. So it's not a ground nest, it is red-tailed hawk. Again, building out this forest, so maybe I think that last centre round goal's a bit of a wash. But we're certainly, as I say, well set up for this one being able to get some extra points. So I'm going to keep one worm, just obviously the spoonbill. I think all these extra seeds, I don't think I'm going to need all of those on the goose. I'm not going to be drawing cards 4 times, I wouldn't think, in that last round. So I think we should be alright, but good to pick up some points. And yeah, I feel like we're just grabbing end of round goal points where we can, and I think that this is kind of working out nicely. So I say this last one's a bit of a write-off, but being able to win round 2 and round 3, very, very nice. Coming to the final round, round 4, and a Sprague's Pipit is sat there waiting, and that I think that's sort of the kind of bird I'm looking for here. Again, more site selection points, helping with the goose there. So I wouldn't mind grabbing that, but yeah, we'll see if my opponent has capacity to draw cards again, because I think they're going to want to be getting food, getting some birds down. I say maybe Benelli is going to be able to give them a chance to go and draw cards again, so we'll see on that. But it's a nice board, and it's all about the teals here. It's those teal eggs with the goldeneye, with the red start. That's really where the strength of this board is. Not having to spend turns laying eggs, focusing on just drawing cards, hoping to score points there. I mean, again, this wedge-tailed eagle maybe not performing quite up to scratch, but yeah, see some more cards, and then really, really strong forest now, loads of food up there. So we'll see, but yeah, okay. I knew as soon as I talked about the pipit, that sort of increased the chance of it going. However, it's been replaced by probably something that I am even happier to see. So Australian Raven, that again just gives us another reason to be able to go and take more food. So I think potentially, if we, let's think about this, if we played Raven and Spoonbill, so we draw cards now, we've got 4 food. If we then take food twice, we get 8 each time. 4 each time, so we get 8 in total. So we'd be on 12 food. We're going to need to spend 6 of it on Spoonbill and Raven. So we would only have 1 left over for the Raven itself, but that still basically makes it an 8-point bird. So I think it's certainly good enough to be worth picking up here. So I shall indeed do that. And yeah, just see what we can get here. There we go. Noddy doing a great job picking up some fish there. And I think this is going to be last chance salute for the penguin. Do you know what? I think you've overperformed anyway, so you're allowed a little bit of slacking late in the game here. But yeah, I think we've got our plan. I think we've got our plan ready to go. So as I say, it's just going to be try and get as much nectar. It's a little bit annoying that we did just reveal 3 nectar right as I would imagine my opponent is going to go take food. So that is maybe a bit of a downside of this Noddy, unfortunately for us. But yeah, we'll just see how much we can grab, and then, as I say, some of it's probably going to go on this dove, some of it can go on this Spoonbill. And we've potentially got a bit of flexibility here with this Raven being able to play this in any habitat, so we might just save that for the last turn and just spend that nectar where we need to, where it's going to have that biggest impact. Because yeah, potentially, I mean, we could be playing it in this forest and swinging that nectar score in the forest, so we'll pay attention to that, try and yeah, get those extra points where we can. But feels like a straightforward situation here where we just take food a couple of times, play these 2 big point birds, and yeah, Spoonbill, we're going to be hoping on a nice bonus card there. But certainly 2 big point birds late in the game is definitely what you want to have. And alright, on to our next turn of the game. Yeah, no surprises, opponent grabbing food for nectar, so it's a bit annoying to see that at this stage of the game, but we'll just take food ourselves. Hopefully, there we go, getting some nectar as well, so that's good. Keep giving out the seeds, because I think, yeah, we're certainly at this stage now where I would say these seeds are definitely worth points to me. I mean, with the dove, with the Raven, but not necessarily worth points to my opponent, because as I say, we know they've got Benelli. That doesn't cost any food, so that's 1 turn. And then you've still got 2 more birds to play, and you've already got 9 food, so not necessarily sure how much of that is going to be needed. So yeah, could well be a good situation here where we're giving away a seed, but it's not actually doing anything for my opponent, and it's helping us instead. So that's going to be the hope, that's going to be the aim. But yeah, lots of nectar here, so we'll see where this gets spent, and hopefully be in a position to react. And I think certainly we can flip one of these habitats. I mean, Spoonbill maybe in the wetlands, and then, as I say, maybe Raven in the forest. We may have to keep some nectar as well for that collared dove, so we will see. On to our next turn here, and there goes Benelli, so that's going down for sure in the grasses, of course. No great surprise, but we are going to take food again, and that is going to be our last nectar of the game. So yeah, we're going to have to, as I say, just kind of work out here what the approach is going to be, where we want to be spending this nectar. We know we're probably going to need 1 on this Spoonbill, but as I say, we might want to be doing that anyway with the wetlands nectar, as tight as it is on a knife edge. But I think, as I say, really all of these habitats are pretty close and could definitely swing one way or the other here. I should say, I mean, there is another school of thought where you know, you potentially don't take the gamble on the spoonbill because you're spending 3 food, and those are 3 food that could be worth points on this Raven. But I've really got to think about what you know, what else am I going to do on this last turn. You know, if I did just play the Raven, and then I've got, you know, already 9 food, so I can only really gain 1 more point by taking food. I could gain some points from taking cards, but I think I've got to be taking the bonus card play here. And yeah, as I say, just with the nectar as well, potentially making a difference here by swinging a habitat or 2. That's going to be something for us to pay attention to. And it comes through to our turn. Once again here, we're seeing Planeswalker go down, so big point play. Tying the grass nectar as well, so yeah, definitely something, as I say, for us to think about a little bit. So what do I do here? I'm certainly thinking maybe we're going to see another grass in play to try and get the extra egg, and we know for sure that Sprague's Pipit's in there. Although if you were going to play Sprague's Pipit, I think you'd play that first and then the Planeswalker to see the extra bonus card. So maybe not a grassland play. Maybe it's going to be a wetland play then. I think actually we can rule out grasslands, potentially a forest, but I think you want the wetlands to get the extra egg. Although I mean you can't use the red star down here because you missed out the egg anyway. So I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe I'm trying to read too much into things here, but I think we'll play Spoonbill. We've got to play that with 1 nectar. I think we kind of lose points if we don't. So just through the missed food. So we will play that. We'll get that down and see what the bonus card is going to be. Ooh, Mechanical Engineer. So not max out is a disappointment, but to be fair, we do only have 8 birds down, so maybe we count ourselves fortunate to at least get 3 points. So the Star Nest's again coming in clutch, so definitely helping us out there. So let's see. I mean, yeah, I'm sort of a little bit worried that we are going to see those nectars spent in the wetlands here, but I guess I'm sort of safe in the knowledge that I'm going to be able to flip. You know, if they flip the wetlands, I'm going to be able to just respond by flipping the forest by putting the Raven up there. So it's sort of going to cancel itself out, and we'll, I think, still at worst case scenario, we're going to come out of this level across the nectar habitats. So we'll see. Yeah, not the best bonus card there, but could have been worse. Oh no, it's Blue-winged Warbler going in the forest. So okay, in that case, the forest is out of reach for us, and we will instead. I suppose they might have been worried we were going to double play, because yeah, I think maybe you'd want to do Warbler and then Planeswalker, but you'd be worried about losing the end around. But that's not a fact here. So okay, yeah, we lost the Forest Nectar, but that just means we put this here in the Grasslands, and we'll take that instead, so that's perfectly fine. And we do actually come out ahead, winning 2 habitats, losing the other, so happy with that. And yeah, look at all this extra food. So some nice teal activations are going to come through, as I say, with the Golden Eye, with the Red Star, getting 8 eggs in total, but we are ourselves going to get 5 points with the Tucks on the Dove, so that's not bad. Lose that end of round goal, but as I said, we sort of earmarked that one pretty early on, maybe as one we were going to lose. And we come into the yellow, so we do get, of course, our 3 Fairy Wren eggs. Those first 3 birds, and then we didn't play any others, but still 3 points. 1 more off the Raven, so yeah, getting a few extra points there could potentially be helping us out here. And as I say, definitely being able to win 2 of the nectar habitats. Very, very close in the grasses and the wetlands. It's what we want to see, and we're going to hope it's going to help us out here on the scoreboard as we come into the final score. So definitely big points, I think, on both sides for the birds, yeah. Slightly behind. I know my opponent had a lot of bonus cards. 20 points is strong, so we're going to have a bit of a mountain to climb. Obviously, Eggs is going to be strong for my opponent, I think. Cash food is good for us, though, with Penguin, of course. Tuck cards is going to bring things pretty tight here. We know we've got the next points in the bag, and it does just about get us the win there. That is a super, super close game. 114 to 112 in the end. So, yeah, just about holding on. Mechanical Engineer, those 3 points, crucial to get us over the line there. So, very, very nice indeed. We'll take a look at these very nice bonus cards over here. Nest Box Builder for 4, very good with the Goldeneye, of course. Rodentologist, strong, and a good synergy with the Platform Builder. And Large Bird, just missing out on the max there, so that's a bit of a shame, but good, strong score, I think, all round on those bonus cards. And definitely some good synergy with the Teals and the Birds going down. But yeah, strange board, strange game, I think, that one. But we just about had enough, just about managed to make the most, I think, of those actions. And yeah, some good fortune maybe from the Penguin, from the Noddy, getting us over the line here. We will definitely take it in this first game of this brand new tournament. So hopefully you enjoyed watching that one. Thank you very much for tuning in. Of course, if you want to see more games from this tournament or just other tournament games in general, do make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you're following along, and look forward to seeing you in another game very, very soon.